Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are located in Scottsdale, Arizona again, looking at another gorgeous luxury home, and this time we have another model home by Shea Homes. Now, starting on the exterior, we do have that contemporary look. Now, you are surrounded by the beautiful mountains. If you ever are in the area, I encourage you to take a look at this community. Over there to the left, you are gonna have your 4-car garage, and then as we continue right here, look at the walkway, family, surrounded by river rock, but look at the dramatic entrance. As soon as you walk in here, plush landscaping, as you can see, and then you head down this walkway right here and look at the dramatic bridge. I love that water feature right there. You have sliders on this side, so you have plenty of outdoor sitting areas that you can take advantage of. And then let's go ahead and continue. Outstanding, family. Look at the size of the courtyard right here. So I love the way that you can hang out here with your entire guests and have a great time, but still have that privacy element. I'll show you the front and then we'll go ahead and continue. Absolutely exquisite. Now, as we continue down this walkway, look at this bridge right here. Really neat railings. As you can see, this is a model home, so it is dressed to the nines. And then look at the floor to ceiling windows. Really neat, bringing in a ton of natural light. You'll see that once we enter inside the property. Now let's go ahead and get you inside now. Okay. So before we do continue, as always, I'll turn you around right over here so you can see the front door from the inside. So you see the front door is surrounded by the floor to ceiling windows. As I painted upwards, look, you have 12-foot ceilings with the tray. And you have this gorgeous chandelier hanging down here. So again, an additional sitting area right here inside of your foyer. You see the massive sliders again, leading you to your backyard oasis. Now you got the wood paneling on the ceiling and then the accent wall. So really that contemporary look, as you can see, but then you have the neutral wood floors to complement it. Okay, so as always, let's continue through the perimeter of the property and make our way around. So we'll head down this hallway right over here. So you see the sliding doors right over here to the right. And then look as we continue. Okay, so you have plenty of spots to entertain if that is what you choose to do or if that is your thing. So you see the sliding doors right over here to the right that you can work with. But as we continue right here, look at the accent walls that you see. You have an additional sitting area that you can work with. And then this is gonna lead you to your first bedroom. Okay. So I love the minimalist look inside of this bedroom. You have the king size bed, your 2 modern nightstands, you have your dresser over here. And this just gives you an idea of the breathing room that you get in this first bedroom. Now, look at the windows taking advantage of the incredible views. You'll notice that theme throughout the entire property. Okay, so now we'll continue right over here to your ensuite. So I'll show you this angle so you can see your vanity, quartz countertops. You have that sleek mirror frame and then a walk-in shower over here. So you see your shower shelves on there. Then you have that neutral shower surround here, 0 threshold as we talk about. And then wait till you see the 0 edge pool in the backyard. And then this one is going to be the bathroom closet combination. So you do have a walk-in. So plenty of storage for all of your clothes or your wardrobe, depending on who's going to be inside of this bedroom. Okay, so we'll continue right back out here. Look at all the light entering inside of the property. The lights are on inside of the home, but you really wouldn't have to have those on for this floor plan. Okay, so now you have a bar area. So if you are entertaining, they can take advantage of this. You have the flat panel cabinet doors on both sides, the 2-tone cabinetry. You got a wine fridge right over here. You got your sink and then counter space. So if that wasn't enough room for you, then you could take advantage of this area. So you see, you got your sectional here, plenty of space, seating for, gosh, 8 to 10 people comfortably, especially if you're watching, the game, especially with NFL Sundays. NBA, depending on what's your cup of tea. And our next bedroom here. Okay, so both bedrooms have the king size bed. You see the space that you get, but in this bedroom, you see the room that you have on both sides of your nightstands. Now, this is gonna be the separate closet and bathroom, as you can see. You do have the walk-in feature. Okay, so a ton of room to work with. You see the wood flooring continues in here, and then heading into your bathroom. Look at this. Similar materials, as you can see, that contemporary modern design, and then even right over here for your spacious walk-in shower. And again, as I pan you downwards, you see that zero threshold. And look at the room that you have in here. You got the sleek drain, as you can see, and then the glass enclosure. And then so you have built-in speakers in here and the automatic lighting as well. So again, that modern design inside of here, automation, and then energy efficient at the same time. And then even looking at the accent wall as we come right back out here to the hallway. So as always, I'll open up every single door that is unlocked. You see, you got your HVAC right over there. Now, this will continue to the primary closet in the laundry room. We'll see that in just a moment. I'm gonna take you around right over here as if we're walking in for the first time. But before we do continue, look at that backyard, family. Wow, I just wanted to give you a quick sneak peek before we get there later on in the tour. Okay, so now, the first thing that comes to my mind whenever I enter over here is a sanctuary, right? Because you have the separation between the other bedrooms and the foyer heading to your primary retreat. Lovely. So again, king size bed, the common theme throughout this home. You see the pendant lights right above your built-in nightstands, and then your floor to ceiling windows. So the primary suite takes advantage of the incredible views out here. As you can see, look at the mountains here. Again, like I said, it surrounds the entire community. So every angle that you look, you will see that incredible view. Now, right over here, you see the open ensuite here. Now, you always could add the sliding door if that is your preferred feature. And then right over here to the right, you got your water closet. I'll spin you around slowly but surely to look at our glass enclosed walk-in shower. Look at this, family. Again, the floor to ceiling sliders over here. You got his and hers vanities, quartz countertops. You see the veins running through, and then look at the elegant sconce. So you got 4 sconces on this end. And then if you open up this, you head out here and then have that tranquil feel, the solitude that a lot of people are looking for. In fact, I just passed a neighborhood that was named Solitude. So that just gives you an idea of the vibes out here. Okay, so now you have your rectangular freestanding tub, your picture window, again, the accent tiling. As you can see, that continues all the way to your walk-in shower right here. So we don't have a built-in shower bench, but I love the decor here. This is gonna be perfect for you. Extremely practical. You got a rain shower head right above there, your shower wand, and your shower shelf. Wonderful. Now, get a load of this closet. I'll stand on this side and do a full pan of this one. Okay, so you have your modern light fixture right above your closet island, quartz countertops in here. Look at the amount of shelving that you have and the rods to store your entire wardrobe. So the common theme, at least out here in Arizona, I haven't seen a ton of his and hers closets. However, I have seen a ton of massive closets. So I guess that makes up for it. Okay, so look at the custom cabinets. You have soft closing drawers right over here. You got the full body mirror, and then you open this up, and then you have some more storage. Wonderful. And then all the shelving that you need to store your shoe collection. And then so on both sides of the closet island, you see that we have plenty of drawers. And then this connects to your laundry room. Okay, so again, you're seeing that minimalist design, the sleekness, clean lines throughout the property. And then in here is no exception. So you see how much storage you got over here. Perfect place. You see the space that you have for your oversized washer and dryer. You have an additional sink, counter space over here to the left, wall-to-wall cabinets, and then an additional window, bringing in that natural light. Right over here to the left, you are going to have your powder room. Look at the stone in here, that massive slab for your vanity, and then the tall mirror too. So nothing but great things to say about this community. It's tucked away. And then the cool thing is you do have that privacy even in the community itself. So always appreciated. Okay, so you notice that the living wings are on the right side of the property, right? And then we head over here to the left, and then you're going to the common areas. So before we do continue, I'll do a full pan, and then we'll start in the kitchen. Impressive. Okay, so you have plenty of appliances, as you can see. You have the quartz backsplash, stacked cabinets on top, two-tone cabinetry. Then right over here to the left, you see your built-in cooktop. So all high-end appliances. Again, you did see that you had that courtyard, right? So if folks are hanging out there having a great time sitting by the fire, you open up these bifold windows and then you can serve them. They don't need to walk around the entire home to get a drink. Now you are going to have the panel ready refrigerator, as you can see, so it really just blends in, has that clean look. Now looking in here, you see the 12-foot ceilings. Straight ahead to the great room, you see the modern chandeliers hanging down. Then you have your sliding door, so you open that up, indoor outdoor living as we talk about, and then you have your open concept dining area right over here. So at the end of the day, what more could you really ask for, right? So as always, we'll open up some of these drawers and appliances so you can see. So you got the Cove appliance, then you see you got your sink right over here, perfect placement, as you can see. And then if you ever did want to still be able to take advantage of these views, then of course, this is where you're gonna prep all of your food, have great conversations, and then you have that bar area right along your island. So if that's not enough for you, you have some additional storage right here. You got a beverage fridge and a wine fridge here. And then your trash drawer straight ahead. And then let's open up the refrigerator for you. So an abundance of space to take advantage of. And again, as we talked about previously, whenever you are hosting, if you have guests over here having a great time, everyone has that all-inclusive conversation. So no one's left out. And I know a lot of folks love that, especially here for the modern design. Okay, so we'll go ahead and continue this way, heading to the great room. And trust me, I will not miss the pantry. We'll see that in just a moment. Look at this, family. So again, the common theme is that sleekness, that contemporary look. I love that. So an abundance of space. I love the 12-foot ceilings heading here, so it creates more of that roomier atmosphere, especially whenever you walk in here. And then look at the way you can take advantage of those views. Okay, so we'll continue right over here. To the right, that is a sales office, but it would be your garage. Right over here to the left, you have a quick access door leading you right there out to the patio. And then your walk-in pantry. Someone's having a party here. You got the Heineken. You got plenty of wine in here. So if you are in the area, you know, you can always stop by. Okay. So again, right over here, that sleek fireplace, love that. And then you can see the placement right over here for an oversized TV. Additional windows bringing in natural light. This is gonna continue, or you're gonna head down this walkway right over here, or this hallway rather. And look at this. So this is a flex room. but they do have it staged as a study. But again, the floor to ceiling windows in here, bringing in a ton of sunlight, family. So right over here, you see you got your built-ins, perfect for some decor. And let me know, if you weren't going to use this as a study, what would you use this particular flex room as? This is the best place to put a study, right? You might want to work from home a lot more often if you are not working from home just yet. And this is the push to open cabinet door right here. So a ton of storage. And again, I always have to remind my viewers, sometimes I still get the comments, and I just want to make sure you are aware this is a model home. So a lot of it could be upgrades. I know I got in a comment before about pointing out every single upgrade. Gosh, that video would be very lengthy, and I think you folks wouldn't enjoy it as much. So I always say, if it is something where you are interested and you really want to know, always reach out, and that way you can get some clarification. Okay, so I've been previewing the backyard, haven't got you there. Let's go ahead and show you what you get. Okay, so heading right out here, look at that. So you see the 12-foot ceilings extends back here. You have your built-in speakers. You can hear the tranquility with the water feature over there, family. I love it. Now, again, if you have these open, you have that indoor-outdoor living, but look at the zero edge pool right here. I just love how clean that looks, and it really complements the interior of the property. So it just all comes full circle, and I always say bravo. Now, as we continue right over here, again, this will be coming out from the foyer. You see the river rock, and then this beautiful feature over here as well. Look at that. So you can imagine, if you had all the doors open or all the sliding doors, it almost feels like you are outdoors but indoors at the same time. Now, the electricity bill, I understand that. However, maybe you should try it a time or two. But look how tranquil this feels. It's an enormous pool. It even continues right over here as well. Like I said, that feature that you get if you wanted to prop some chairs up out here from your primary suite and just have that privacy, you can certainly do that as well. And then, of course, if that is not enough for you, you have a sunken area right there. Again, perfect for the bonfire, those Rasmussen fireballs that we talk about. I've been seeing those quite often. The first time I had the good fortune of really seeing that is, I believe, in Florida. And then I started seeing it out in Nashville. And then now, of course, we're out here. So I've always been a big fan of that. So if your guests are hanging out here in the sunken area to take advantage of the incredible mountains, and then you're over here grilling some steaks, burgers, hot dogs, and having a great time. Look at that. And of course, this will protect you from that harmful sun, I tell you. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful model home by Shea Homes right here in Scottsdale, Arizona. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this particular model. Is this something you can see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? If so, let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour.